Did you know that there are types of meat that may be more related to your health than you think? In this video, I will reveal the 7 types of meat you should avoid at all costs. Some of these types of meat can be part of your plate every day without you being aware of the risks they pose. Let's take a deep dive to understand why these meats are considered dangerous, how they can impact the qualities of your body, and what healthy alternatives you can adopt for a more balanced diet. Don't put your health at risk. Discover which meats to avoid and make safer decisions for the well-being of you and your family. The first on the list is processed meat. Processed meats, such as sausages, bacon, sausages, and ham, are often chosen for their practicality and outstanding flavor, but they hide serious health risks. These foods go through conservation processes that include the use of nitrates and nitrites, chemical substances that help preserve the nucleus and extend its useful life. However, these compounds can be transformed into nitrosamines in the body, which is directly related to an increased risk of cancer, especially colorectal cancer. Furthermore, the high sound content present in these products contributes to problems such as hypertension, overload on the cardiovascular system, and an increased likelihood of heart disease and stroke. Another worrying factor is the high content of saturated and trans fats, which increase levels of LDL cholesterol, the bad cholesterol, in the blood, further increasing the risk of heart disease. For families who consume these products daily, the damage can be cumulative, affecting long-term health. Although they are simple to prepare, frequent consumption of these meats is associated with obesity and other metabolic conditions. To avoid these problems, prioritize fresh meat, such as chicken or fish, and explore plant-based options, such as legume-based burgers. Small changes to your diet can make a big difference to your long-term health. Second, excessive red meat. Although red meat is an excellent source of protein, iron, and vitamin B, consuming too much of it can have serious health implications. Scientific studies show that high consumption of beef, pork, and lamb is related to a greater risk of colorectal cancer, cardiovascular disease, and even early mortality. This occurs due to the high content of saturated fats and compounds, such as heme iron, which in excess can cause inflammation and oxidative damage to cells. Furthermore, the form of preparation also influences the risks. Red meat grilled or roasted at high temperatures releases compounds such as heterocyclic amines, AHs, and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, PAHs, which are carcinogenic. Although it is not necessary to completely eliminate red meat from your diet, it is crucial to consume it in moderation. Alternating with lean protein sources, such as fish and legumes, can significantly reduce your risks. Prioritize lean cuts and healthy preparation methods, such as steaming or stewing. This way, you can enjoy the nutritional benefits of meat without compromising your health. Third, industrialized chicken meat. Chicken meat is one of the most popular in the world, known for being a lean option and rich in proteins. However, chicken produced in intensive farming systems can pose health risks that often go unnoticed. In these systems, animals are raised in limited spaces and subjected to an artificial diet made up of industrialized feed, which often includes hormones and antibiotics. These chemicals are used to accelerate bird growth and prevent disease in overcrowded environments, but they can have serious consequences for the human body. Constant consumption of chicken meat containing antibiotics can lead to antibiotic resistance, a growing public health problem recognized by the World Health Organization, WHO. This resistance occurs when dangerous bacteria become immune to medical treatments, making it difficult to fight common infections. Furthermore, the hormones present in chicken can interfere with the endocrine system, contributing to hormonal imbalances that can affect child development, fertility, and even increase the risk of certain types of cancer. To minimize these risks, it is essential to choose chicken from certified sources, such as organic or sustainably raised birds. Organic chickens are raised in more natural conditions, with access to the outdoors and food without antibiotics or hormones, ensuring greater safety for consumption. Although these options may be a little more expensive, investing in food quality is essential to protect your family's health. By choosing products from trusted sources, you contribute not only to your well-being, but also to more ethical and sustainable agricultural practices. Fourth, grilled or burnt meat. Preparing meat on barbecues or grills is a tradition in many cultures, appreciated for the smoky flavor and crunchy texture that this method provides. However, exposing meat to high temperatures, especially in direct contact with flames or very hot surfaces, can create harmful chemical compounds such as polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, PAH, and heterocyclic amines, HA. These compounds are formed when meat fat drips onto the coals, generating smoke that permeates the food, or when parts of the meat are burned. PAHs and HAs have carcinogenic properties proven in scientific studies. They can cause damage to cellular DNA, increasing the risk of developing cancers such as colorectal, breast, and prostate cancer. Furthermore, frequent consumption of meat prepared in this way is associated with chronic inflammation of the body, a risk factor for metabolic and cardiovascular diseases. This doesn't mean you need to give up a good barbecue, but it's essential to adopt safer practices to reduce the formation of these toxic compounds. Before grilling meat, use lemon, vinegar, or herb-based marinades, which can reduce the formation of HAs. Avoid burning or charring the meat, removing any very dark parts before consuming. Another alternative is to invest in healthier preparation methods, such as steaming, roasting at low temperatures, or even grilling over indirect heat. These practices help preserve the flavor and texture of the meat, minimizing health risks and ensuring a safer and more balanced diet. Fifth, preserved meats, sausages. Preserved meats such as canned meat, mortadella, salami, and other sausages are often chosen for their practicality and flavor, but their consumption can pose a significant health risk. These foods go through manufacturing processes that involve the use of chemical preservatives such as nitrates and nitrites to extend their shelf life and enhance their color. Although these products play an important role in conservation, studies show that inside the body they can transform into nitrosamines, highly carcinogenic substances associated with colorectal and stomach cancer. In addition to preservatives, these meats have high levels of saturated and sodium fat, two major problems for cardiovascular health. Regular consumption of sausages is associated with increased blood pressure, increased LDL cholesterol, the bad one, and a greater risk of chronic diseases such as hypertension, type 2 diabetes, and obesity. To make matters worse, many sausages contain additives such as colorings and flavor enhancers, which can cause inflammatory reactions in the body, aggravating conditions such as allergies and gastrointestinal problems. The solution is to avoid or significantly limit the consumption of these products and prioritize fresh and natural foods. Instead of mortadella or salami, opt for fresh meats such as chicken breast or homemade turkey slices, which can be seasoned healthily and eaten in sandwiches or salads. To replace canned meats, explore plant-based alternatives like chickpea or lentil pate. By making these choices, you not only improve your health, but also enrich your diet with more nutritious and Chinese options. Sixth, fried meats. It is undeniable that fried meats have an irresistible flavor, but the cost to your health can be high. The frying process turns a common food into a calorie bomb, containing saturated and trans fats. These fats not only increase bad cholesterol, LDL, but also promote inflammation in the body, a trigger for serious diseases such as obesity, type 2 diabetes, and heart problems. Eating fried meat regularly also contributes to the accumulation of abdominal fat, a direct risk factor for metabolic complications. And there's more. Reused oil, so common in home and commercial frying, releases toxic and carcinogenic compounds such as aldehydes. Furthermore, high frying temperatures can form heterocyclic amines, HAs, and polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, PAHs, substances that increase the risk of cancer. It's not just what you come for, but how prepared you are to put your health at risk. But don't worry, you don't have to give up a delicious meal. Try healthier and equally tasty preparation methods. Roasting in the oven or grilling with a thin layer of olive oil can guarantee the same pleasure without the hidden risks of frying. Always choose quality oils and avoid reusing them. Making these simple changes can transform your diet and protect you and your family from serious health problems. After all, nothing is more valuable than well-being. 7th, meat from dubious sources. Buying meat from unknown sources or of dubious quality may seem like a way to save money, but the associated risks can be costly to your health. These meats, often sold without inspection or from animals raised in unsanitary conditions, can be contaminated with dangerous bacteria such as Salmonella, E. coli, and Listeria. These microorganisms are responsible for serious food poisoning, which can cause fever, vomiting, severe diarrhea, and, in more extreme cases, even kidney failure or death, especially in children, the elderly, and people with low immunity. Furthermore, the lack of health inspection increases the chances that these meats contain residues of antibiotics, hormones, or even toxic substances used in irregular farming. This not only compromises food safety, but also contributes to antibiotic resistance, a global problem that makes treating infections more difficult and dangerous. Another risk is the consumption of adulterated meat, in which low-quality cuts or cuts from different species are sold as if they were first-rate products. To protect your health and that of your family, always choose meat from reliable suppliers that have health inspection certificates. Prefer to buy from markets, resellers, or cooperatives that guarantee the traceability and origin of the products. Check that storage and handling conditions are adequate, ensuring that the meat is refrigerated or frozen correctly. Investing in quality is investing in your health. Remember that cheap can be expensive when it comes to the food that ends up on your plate. Throughout this guide, we explore the 7 types of meat that can put your health at risk. Processed meats, excessive consumption of red meat, processed chicken meat, grilled or burnt meats, preserved meats, fried meats, and meats from questionable sources. These options, when consumed frequently, are associated with serious health problems such as cardiovascular disease, cancer, obesity, and antibiotic resistance. However, the goal is not to completely eliminate meat from your diet, but to make smarter, more conscious choices. There are many healthy alternatives that you can include in your menu. Fish rich in omega-3s, such as salmon, sardines, and tuna, are excellent for heart and brain health. Plant-based proteins, such as lentils, chickpeas, tofu, and beans, not only replace meat but also provide essential fiber and nutrients. Organic eggs are another versatile and nutritious protein source. Additionally, prioritizing fresh meat from reliable sources is essential to reduce your exposure to chemicals and contaminants. The secret lacks balance and variety. Adopt a diet rich in fresh, minimally processed foods full of nuclei. Combine lean proteins with vegetables, whole grains, and healthy fats to create complete, nutritious meals. Remember, the quality of what you put on your plate directly reflects on your health and well-being. Small changes can make a big difference in your life and that of your family. Choose wisely and enjoy a healthier and more balanced diet.